So CES is just getting started, but there's already a big question for gaming monitor fans. Do you prefer high resolution or high refresh rate? I'm Jacob Roach with Digital Trends, and that's a really big question this year, especially between Samsung and LG. Samsung, for its part, has the world's first 500Hz OLED gaming monitor. It's 27 inches, 1440p, and of course, it comes with that staggering 500Hz refresh rate. Just a couple of years ago, we were seeing kind of subpar IPS panels with a 500Hz refresh rate, so the fact that we get it on OLED now is a really big deal. LG doesn't have a 500Hz OLED. It actually has a 5K OLED. It calls it 5K 2K, and that's a bit of an interesting resolution. Basically, it is a 45-inch 21:9 mod. The 5K 2K part is 5K on the long side and 2K on the short side. This is the same 21:9 aspect ratio that we've seen for quite a few years in ultra-wide gaming monitors, but most of those have been 3440 by 1440. Now, it's actually getting a pretty significant bump up to that 5K 2K resolution. It's not as big of an upgrade as it sounds like, though. Remember, LG's monitor is 45 inches, and so that 5K 2K resolution isn't much sharper than a 34-inch ultra-wide. The pixel density is just a bit higher. Samsung, for its part, is offering a pretty significant upgrade with a 500Hz refresh rate. We've seen 480Hz refresh rates in the past, but only at 1080p on OLED gaming monitors. The fact that you can get a high 1440p resolution and a 500Hz refresh rate is a really big deal. It's especially a really big deal because it's on an OLED panel. Yes, of course, OLED panels provide great image quality, but more importantly, they provide near instantaneous response times. Unlike something like an IPS panel with a high refresh rate, OLED is uniquely positioned to take advantage of such a high refresh rate, providing really exceptional motion clarity that you can't get anywhere else. So there's always that classic battle between resolution and refresh rate, but this year, surprisingly enough, I'm on the side of refresh rate. Now, I typically consider myself more of a cinematic gamer, someone who prefers a high resolution over, a 500Hz refresh rate. I kind of, stick my nose up at something like that, but I'm converted. I've been sitting here playing on the 500Hz OLED gaming monitor, and the motion clarity is really unmatched. Meanwhile, on this 5K 2K OLED that LG is offering, the pixel density is really not much higher than you'd get with any other ultra-wide monitor. It's a step in the right direction if you want that big of a screen, but Samsung is doing something that's actually pushing OLED and gaming monitors as a whole forward. But I want to know what you think. Do you prefer that super high refresh rate for competitive games, or do you care more about resolution? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure you stick with Digital Trends because we have a ton of CES 2025 videos on the way.